Hi everyone, I'm Meg Zervulis and I am the co-chair of the Student Maestras Committee along with Maddie Wu. I am so excited to be here with you this evening to share some of our achievements from this past year. Some highlights include the Maestra Composer Collective, the Student Maestras Collaborative Playlist, the Holiday Hangout, fireside chats with professional members from the Student Maestras Facebook community, and the inaugural year of our mentorship program. When discussing potential programming for this year, a constant theme amongst my colleagues on the committee was the concept of paying it forward. Many of us are part of the industry thanks to a special mentor who has uplifted us and welcomed us into the profession, and we wanted to pay that back. We had 78 total applicants, and they hailed from 5 different continents, so it's been amazing to witness the widespread maestras across the globe. Our 36 mentees and 31 mentors represent a wide range of interests, from music directors, composers, arrangers, orchestrators, pit musicians. They come from many geographic locations, age ranges, and backgrounds. It's a beautiful community. In the effort to shine the light on the inaugural year of our mentorship program, up next is a sneak peek into a mentorship session between mentee Nicole Rebolledo and mentor Kat Sherrell. Hailing from New Mexico, Kat Sherrell is a pianist, music director, arranger, composer, and author. Her recent projects include Hamilton on Tour, where she was the music associate, and a collaboration with Natalie Wilson on a song cycle about suffragettes. A resident of Colombia, South America, Nicole Rebolledo is an aspiring composer and an academic who is always interested in music related to other topics. Her recent projects include music for the contemporary dance, pieces for flute solo, and incidental music for the play entitled The Light on Us. Even though they've never met in person, Kat and Nicole have been meeting virtually every month since November. Here they are to talk about their experience in the mentorship. Take it away, Kat and Nicole.
So hi, Nicole. So things I don't actually know about you. How did you first start doing music?
Well, I always liked music since I was a little kid. My mom says I used to sing about everything and make up songs. My aunt, she lived in New York and she could perceive I liked it. So she sent me a PSR, Yamaha keyboard, and that's when my parents find out that it was more than enjoying as a listener, but that I was more interested. I started with viola, playing viola and grammar and music theory lessons. And then after, when I finished high school, I could have chosen anything for study because I did very well in the ICFES. It's like a test, and I decided to study music.
How did you end up in the Maestra mentoring program? How did you hear of Maestra and how did you end up there?
I have loved musical theater, of the idea of it. I am always listening to cast recordings or something. So when the pandemic burst out, Seth Rudetsky started to making a segment in YouTube, The Stars in the House. I saw one of the segments in Georgia. Stitt was invited to it, and she talked about Maestra. And then when the opportunity of the mentorship came, I took it.
So at the beginning of the program, and this is kudos to Meg Zervulis and everybody who helped her put the program together, we had these mixers on Zoom, kind of like virtual cocktail hours so we could meet people. And the first thing I thought was like, oh my gosh, I need a mentor. Like everyone here is so great and so smart and so talented and, so accomplished. But I think is also one of the most valuable things that I'm getting out of this is like just reaffirming like a habit every day of like, oh, we never stop learning. We never stop learning. Like I still need a mentor. I'm learning from you. Like you send me YouTube links of music I've never heard of. And it's so cool. And this is particularly like as a theater musician, like all of us are multidisciplinary. None of us are just a pianist. You go into the practice room and you learn a piece and then you perform it at a recital. That's not the kind of musicians we are. Like it's a very collaborative and multidisciplinary thing. So I guess like I'm curious, what inspires you? Like when you write something, how do you get started?
So I grow up in a way that when I see something, it's related to everything that is around that. So I think that's why I enjoy these musicals productions on multidisciplinary artist productions, because they not only work like that, but they like champion it. They try like to defend it and to show it to the world that we are not just like this, or we are not just in this box.
I think for me, when I write something, like I have to start with a structure, whether that's like, I'm going to write a 32 bar song. I have to have some kind of frame, or I start with a little brick, like a little piece, and create a frame for it. As artists, we're like holding truths that seem to be contradicting each other in the same hand. And it's like both of these things are true. I know that my habit is like, I see something that's like across the mountains over there. I'm like, I want that thing over there. And I'm very grateful to have met some people, especially through Maestra, who are like, that also the type of people who understand what, okay, to get there, you need the next steps.
The most important thing that I think this pandemic has teach us is that the most important in all of the world are people, the people you care, the people you love, the people who teach us, the people you get angry with, everything. The important things is music and people. So I would like to have both. And I will also would like to keep talking to you in 5 years from now.
Likewise. Likewise.